when Caitlin Clark showed she's the WNBA's chosen one.
Isolation here for Mitchell. Clark, another one. What is happening right now?
On June 8th, Caitlin Clark added another chapter to her Rookie of the Year campaign with a career-high performance against the Washington Mystics. But as much as she dazzled, this game got a lot closer than anyone expected.
Charity strike into Dolson. Samuelson the three. That falls, 7.5 to play.
Caitlin started the game with her usual aggressiveness, blowing past her defender with a quick step, only to be met by help defense in the paint. Trusting her vision, she dished it off to a teammate for what seemed like an easy bucket, but things didn't go as planned. Seconds later, Caitlin took matters into her own hands. No screen, no hesitation, just pure skill. She put her defender in a blender with some quick dribbles and finished with a smooth layup around the bigger defender. It was the start of something special.
Clark trying to get by. The Mystics defense gets right to the cup and lays it up and in.
With her first points on the board, Caitlin began to take control. She faked a shot at the three-point line, handing it off to Aaliyah Boston. The fake pulled two defenders onto her, leaving Boston wide open in the paint. One quick pass and a spin move later, Boston had an easy bucket.
Shot at the cup. Boston gets the slip and around Edwards, lays that up.
Then came transition time. One glance was all Caitlin needed to spot Kelsey Mitchell on the fast break. Too quick for anyone else to catch. A half-court dime from Caitlin turned into an easy layup for Mitchell.
Quickly up the floor is Mitchell. Beautiful find from Clark as Mitchell lays it up.
But not everything was smooth sailing. Julie Van Loo used some sneaky footwork to poke the ball away from Caitlin, turning it into a turnover. Van Loo then punished the Fever with an instant pull-up three, keeping the game close.
Van Loo comes up with the steal. She'll call her own number and splash that home. Ties it at 13.
On the next possession, the pressure was back on Caitlin. A defender's swipe nearly caused another turnover, but Caitlin recovered quickly. With two defenders closing in, she pulled off a step-back three from the logo, draining it and leaving the crowd buzzing.
Picked up now by Dee Richards as she's into the ball game. Richards on the floor. Clark, the step-back three just below the logo, drills it.
Still in the first quarter, Caitlin got the ball after a Mystics turnover and turned on the Jets. With a 2-on-1 situation, she patiently waited for the defender to commit before dishing it off to Nalissa Smith for an easy layup.
Gets it to her on the move. Beautiful two-person game.
And it wasn't just on offense where Caitlin was making an impact. She showed her defensive chops by getting a steal and immediately pushing the ball in transition, trusting her teammates to finish the play.
She's made in tonight's game. Wheeler, little in-out dribble. Gets that lay-in to go.
Seeing she could rely on her squad, Caitlin decided to flex her playmaking skills. She threaded the ball between two defenders, setting up Smith for a wide-open three on the wing.
Still with it. The kick, Smith will call her number and knock it down. Stretching the floor is Nalissa Smith.
Next play, Caitlin's defense shined again with another steal. She put the burners on in transition, but the defense caught up, forcing her to slow down. She reset the play, ignored the defense, and drove into the paint. Spying Aaliyah Boston wide open under the rim, she went for the easy dime, only to have it swiped away at the last moment. But Caitlin wasn't one to shy away. Not long after, she got free with some slick, off-the-ball movement, using a screen to get open for a moving, leaning three-pointer. Nothing but net.
Pulls off that screen, knocks it down. Even with her body faking, she can still control that shot. Well, she comes off in a snaking manner on that weak side.
With her confidence sky high, Caitlin found herself in another transition play. This time, she pulled up from the logo without hesitation, but it didn't connect. The game was tight at 40-40, with 28 seconds left in the second quarter. Caitlin forced her way to the basket, drawing a foul and sinking both free throws to give the Fever a slim lead heading into the half. The second half started with a bang, but it wasn't Caitlin. Mitchell got open on the wing, and Caitlin delivered an easy dime, starting the half with a three-pointer.
He's going for the Mystics on the offensive end, now into double figures with 12.
With LSU's coach in the building, Caitlin had to show she wasn't just reliant on others. She brought the ball up in transition, found a mismatch, and stepped back from deep on the wing, hitting nothing but net.
Clark, pull up three. That one tickles the twine.
2 minutes later, Caitlin's off-the-ball movement left her wide open at the same spot. No defender in sight. She pulled up for a back-to-back three, and it was good again.
He's showing up, showing out.
Clark.
With the third quarter winding down, a minute left on the clock, Caitlin took control. She went coast to coast, putting her defender on skates with a behind-the-back move, pulling up just before the three-point line and draining her third three in a row.
On in that paint. So the best thing you can do as a defender is not give it to her.
Clark. Back-to-back triples for Caitlin Clark.
10 seconds later, Caitlin was at it again. With 23 seconds left, she got free off the ball, found herself wide open at the top of the key, and pulled up for a fourth three-pointer. It was another swish, until the refs called an illegal screen, spoiling the hot streak. Even with this insane effort, the Fever only had a 2-point lead. Going into the fourth, the Mystics tightened up their defense on Caitlin, but she trusted her teammates, setting up Samuelson for a three-pointer.
Samuelson at the buzzer.
Oh my.
But Caitlin wasn't done. Off an inbound pass, she got free with no screen, pulled up with a step-back jumper from the wing, and continued her hot streak.
Wasn't going to be able to see Katie Lou after last night's game, so today, really the first time they're seeing her.
The Caitlin special kept rolling. Another off-the-ball movement got her open at her favorite spot, and without hesitation, she pulled up for her fifth three-pointer in a row.
Isolation here for Mitchell.
Clark, another one.
She was now at 7 threes and 25 points in total, but the Mystics weren't backing down, keeping the game within 2 points. The Fever needed to hold on to their lead, and Caitlin wasn't shying away from the moment. She attacked the basket, drawing contact and earning 2 clutch free throws.
Right there, a little jersey pull. They do. Well, that's what on the baseline and turn her back out to the corner.
The Mystics responded quickly in transition, cutting the lead back to 2.
And the foul. They're going to wave it off, actually, initially.
But it wasn't enough. Caitlin capped off the night with a 30-point bomb.
Time as the Fever will get their third win on the season.
If you ended up enjoying this video, why not subscribe? It's free, and you can always change your mind. Stay tuned for the next Caitlin Clark breakdown.